Well done.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Guys on the Truth Podcast.
Yeah.
About to show you more.
We about to show you more.
T-Fees and Vanessa T.
Yeah.
You know we about to get
We
busy.
about to get busy.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Guys on the Truth Podcast. My name is T. Fiji,
And I am Vanessa T.
and I get busy.
We don't care,
Leases.
and we didn't need to know that. Anyways,
All right. That was kind of lame.
yeah, it was. Just like you cut out my part, you need to cut out yours.
I didn't cut out no part.
Oh, I must didn't listen to the end then.
You must have didn't.
Listen, I already know what was going to be said. I listened to most of it.
I left it in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess. How's your new healthy lifestyle going?
It's going great. It's going right on schedule.
Well,
What?
where did that cup come from?
I've been had that cup.
Really?
Yes, I did.
So you save styrofoam cups from restaurants?
Yep.
Okay. All right, if you say so. I mean, I went a little bit off of my carnivore. I ate some boiled peanuts.
All right.
But
If you want me to be honest, I'll be honest.
every show you do this.
I do?
Yes, you say you're gonna do this, and then the next show you don't do it.
The quarantine. It's the quarantining.
But you did it before, so what's the issue?
Yeah, but it's... I don't know. I'm just a hungry man.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you need new hobbies or something. 'Cause maybe you're bored. Maybe you're a bored eater.
I'm a hungry man.
My son is like that. He's a bored eater.
I'm not a bored eater. I'm probably a emotional eater. When I get excited about stuff, I eat.
So you have an unhealthy relationship with food, which probably most Americans have some type of unhealthy relationship with food.
The thing is, when I sit down, when my day is over, right, and I want to sit down and be relaxed, I want to eat. And most times, I don't feel like making a salad or eating a salad.
A lot of things other than salads that you could eat.
I equate food with entertainment. Like, if you watch a good movie or watch a good show, you gotta have a good meal to go along with it.
Well, there's a lot of people like that, but as an unhealthy relationship with food, you're supposed to eat to live, not live to eat.
I mean,
I just told my son this the other week,
that can
yesterday.
be said, but I mean, I don't know if that's...
I told him stop because he's like that. He's an emotional
If
eater.
we're not supposed to eat, what was it?
Live to eat.
If we're not supposed to do that,
No, because you're
why
not
do they
supposed
make
to.
food so good? We should only be eating nuts.
That's because your
nuts
taste
and
buds
berries
have
and stuff.
no. Listen, it's because your taste buds have told your brain that it's good, and the chemicals they put in it
My taste
tells your
buds-
brain
my taste
is good.
buds No, okay.
If you grew up eating all vegetables, like your mother never gave you no type of nothing, and you grew up just eating vegetables, you would think that's good.
If you go to the Amazon, right? Those Amazon people that probably never had any contact with anybody or anything modern or anything like restaurant wise. They probably only been eating monkey brains and leaves and nuts and berries and whatever they could find in the rainforest. Okay? And give them a double Whopper with cheese.
Ew. Whopper with cheese? That's disgusting.
A double Whopper. Oh, no. A triple Whopper with cheese.
That's disgusting. That's too much meat.
They're going to be like,
well, even though I'm on a carnivore diet, that's still, I never, you know what? I went out with this girl. We went out to a club. No, I'm saying that's too much meat plus the bread plus all the toppings. I never said I didn't like Whoppers.
Well, why would you say that's disgusting?
I don't like Whoppers with cheese. I like my Whopper with no cheese.
Do you eat cheeseburgers?
I can go without the cheese.
Whatever. Give them a Whopper with cheese or without cheese. They're going to be like, this is the best thing I ever tasted.
We went to the club with a long time ago. I ain't going to mention her name, but I know she ain't listening. But she may one day.
She might be. You never know.
She may one day. I don't know.
Hey,
but
give her a name.
No. Well, I'll just tell you, the people at work used to call her Warren Sapp. So if you know who Warren Sapp is, then you...
Well, she was one of those.
Yeah.
She was a bear-built woman.
Yeah.
A bear-built woman. A woman that got big shoulders and little down below.
No, they literally used to call her Warren Sapp. They used to call her Warren Sapp Jr.
No disrespect to the bear-built women out there.
Listen. Anyways,
they need love too.
We went to a restaurant, and I never in my life seen a person eat a burger with 4 pieces of meat on it. And I ain't talking about no little skinny slabs like, you know how Wendy's, their burgers are kind of thin. You know what I'm talking about? It was a thick burger, and she had 4 pieces of meat and bacon. I said, I was just disgusted. I couldn't even eat. I was like, it just looked, yeah,
right.
No, for real, I was really grossed out because it was just, and then the way she was eating, it's just not a pretty sight. But we ain't gonna spend the whole first part of the episode talking about food. But we're just gonna wish Feezy healthy journey. Give him some positive vibes for his what you call it?
My fast.
For your fast and what is it called? Determination. That's the word I'm looking for. How's your week been going?
It's been going pretty good.
That's good. My week has been hectic.
Yeah, my week been hectic too.
For the first time, it's been pretty hectic this week. Yeah, just mad at some things that's going on at work. Also dealing with this online schooling is about to drive me crazy. I'm telling you, it's about to drive me crazy.
I'm so glad I'm out of school. No, I'm not. I wish it was. I wish it was like this when I was going to school. When I was a kid, this would have been the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, you did do homeschool.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I had never done homeschool.
Oh my!
All right, whatever.
Goodness. How we all have selective memory.
We won't bring my personal life into this.
What's personal about saying you did homeschool?
It wasn't.
I didn't say for the whole time.
It wasn't for that long.
Listen, I did homeschool for 1 year of my school life, so ain't no shame in that. It wasn't for me.
Hey, this would have been the perfect thing for me when I was a kid. I would have loved this.
So, Okay, that's what basically it is. Homeschool.
What?
It's homeschool.
No, but really, there's no like going back.
What do you mean?
Homeschool is always, you always live with the threat of, if I'll probably have to go back to school.
Well, that's the same thing with now. My kids want to go back. Surprisingly,
I really hated school when I was a kid. I hated it with a passion.
I didn't hate it.
It did have its good points, but
I didn't hate it. I just wasn't a time for school type of person.
I hated school with a passion. One, I was probably smarter than all the teachers. Two, the stuff they was teaching me I knew was a bunch of bull crap. And I hated all my teachers.
Well,
never liked it, none of them.
Unfortunately for you, because I liked it, a couple of my teachers. I had some really good teachers.
I hated all mine. I hated them.
I remember my 9th grade high school science teacher. He was probably my best teacher because I love science. And I really liked him because he used to tell us funny stories. He told us a story about when he has a real phobia of squirrels.
What?
He has a real phobia of squirrels. Like, he's definitely afraid of squirrels because when he was younger, he got attacked by a squirrel. And now he has a phobia.
Oh, man.
The way he told the story is hilarious.
Thinking back to my childhood, I hated a lot of people.
You still hate a lot of people.
I do.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You need to be more. Maybe you need to be more social.
I have inner conversations in my head, like
your inner monologues.
No, I mean, okay. If a person is cheerful and have I'm gonna call it uplifting, but cheerful voice and whatever, they're always cheerful. Those people get on my nerves.
What? Why?
Maybe it's
because you want to be like that.
I'll find some way to hate that person.
Well, maybe it's because you want to be like that.
I'll find some way to hate them. Like my inner monologue. This is what my inner like.
Well, I don't like it early in the morning. I don't like
this is what my
too
inner
chipper
voice is
people.
saying. They're so fake.
That's
How can they be that happy all the time?
Some people are genuine.
Nobody?
Listen, happiness is a state of mind.
Listen, this is not a hate like I hate them, like I want to kill them or something. It's a hate like, oh, I can't stand them. Like I can take you or leave you. Like
Well, I like chipper people. I like people in good moods because it makes my mood better. But what I don't like it in the morning, like early in the morning especially when I was actually in the office and it's early because I have to be to work at 8:00. So I used to get there a little bit earlier. And then you had this one lady who, oh my goodness, like I know she meant well and I know she means well. She's actually on my team now, but she was just so loud and she just calls everybody beautiful and hello, good morning, beautiful. I love you. And that's annoying in the morning.
That's very annoying.
In the morning, it's annoying, but
you're lying. You don't think everybody's beautiful.
Listen, when she told me that, she really meant it. So
whatever.
We're gonna leave it like that.
I'm like, you're so fake. Get out of here.
She's not fake. That's her personality.
Nobody's like that all the time.
She's not like that all the time because, like I said, she's on my team now, and I talk to her more. She actually, she actually has moments where she is not like that.
You know what makes me happy? You know what makes me happy?
What?
When if like they get like the real them come out.
But you know what? Those people, when they snap the hardest.
Yeah.
I noticed. Yeah. So maybe they suppress a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I want to get heck away from them.
Oh goodness. Well, anyways, let's get into these topics. Speaking about school. Well, first of all, we're gonna start the show off on a funny note, on a light note, because we're gonna get into some real thick topics today. But so we're gonna start off the show on a light note. So these teachers are tired. They're just as tired as the parents are with the e-learning. You know, you guys, like I said, if you have children at home that are e-learners, then you feel my pain, and I feel yours. But teachers are equally tired. And this particular teacher, she was at a board meeting, and she had some interesting things to say about the parents and the students that are e-learners. We actually got the video, so we're gonna go ahead and play it for y'all.
Frank Barbieri, may I take my mask off, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, because everybody took theirs off, and I want mine off. Because it'll fog up my glasses. Okay. So, Dr. Robinson, my name is Edith Pride, Boca Raton Elementary. I listened to you, and you know, gone girl, you was good. But
Yes, Florida.
I'm going to do what you said. So, y'all know I have my pages all typed up big to read. And I won't read the first 4 pages. But I will, because I can do it in my 3 minutes. But I'm going to start on my last 2 pages. Dr. Fenoy, you know, I haven't had a problem with you because I'll tell it to you in this meeting or in front of your face. However, yesterday I heard that message, and I was mad. I heard it, and I had had enough. You took this job as superintendent of a major county. That means all fiascos stop with you. Sometimes you and your people, but at all times with you. Period. How dare you bark at teachers like we are wild, crazy children raised in woods by wolves. Teach.
You can already tell she's a whippersnapper.
She said,
I love her already. And she's from Florida. She's a teacher. She's a teacher here in Florida in Boca Raton.
Oh, God.
This teacher did not tell any principal to change their master schedule. And principals have always run their schools. But no school can run without a teacher. And we wish you had confidence in us, because you didn't say that yesterday. You were just on a roll. Teachers have never lost sight of the students along anyway. That's the district. Let us not confuse the two. Your tone was harsh, snappy, and some of the things that you said anger myself and other teachers. I am requesting, Dr. Fenoy, that you take that same tone and that snappiness and send a message to the parents.
Oh, I thought she was going to say, take that snappiness and shove it up your butt.
That's probably what she really wanted to say.
These are some of the suggestions, statements, and directions you can feel free to use to give the parents of virtual students. Number 1, please parents, wake your children up early enough to feed them and get them dressed for school. Also, make sure your child has the book, pencil, and paper when they sit in front of the computers. No laying down in the bed. Number 2, parents, please make sure that you have on proper clothing when you're walking in front or behind the child's computer. Because we done seen them in their drawers, the bra, and everything. All right, remember, all children are on the computers and can hear your conversation. So please try to use proper language. No cussing, because if I say just no profanity, they may not know what profanity is. So no cussing, they know what that is. And number 4, parents, when you are helping your children at the computer, please do not appear with big joints in your hands and cigarettes. The joint be big as a cigar. Oh yeah, you've seen it all. So please have that in your hand and in your mouth. Number 5, parents, please understand that your child is in class, and the parents should not stay in the picture and make silly faces behind the child's face. This parent. That's what you need to tell these parents to to do. Remember, all children are on the computer and they can, oh, that's, wait. Parents, please understand your child is in class and parents should not, to stay out the picture. Wait, let me finish my lesson, okay?
Go ahead.
Okay, parents, let your children know that, make sure the children return to the class after fine arts and lunch. Because they don't come back. What? Parents, the school day starts at 8 o'clock and it ends at 2. Not 8:15, not 9:30, not 10 o'clock.
He said they don't come back.
And then he's trying to eat cereal and can't pay attention. Also, make sure the children have on underclothes. Because we've had them show up, the little girls got their nightgowns on, put their knees in the chair, no panties, and the boys just walk around in panties. Please make sure these are the things you need to tell them and put some clothes on. Remember, teachers, y'all can't pay us what we have earned. What? No, wait, it's been so long since I said it, but wait, give him a minute. Pay teachers what we have earned, because y'all can't pay us what we are worth. Remember that when it's time to get the money right, okay? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You heard what I said. But now, one day it's going to come when we can talk about the rest of this, all right, Dr. Robinson?
Thank you, Edith. You're always a breath of fresh air.
You trying to get back on the mic.
Listen, Edith ain't playing. She is not playing. Lord, that was the funniest thing I heard in a long time.
Can you imagine
But
the stuff they see?
Okay, so I almost got caught up like
The
that.
parents really are making faces.
Well, no, I don't be making faces. I don't
behind
know
the
who
kids,
does that.
having big blunts and
Man, listen, these kids at these homes, these parents might need that blunt because it's stressful. It's stressful.
Something tells me that they ain't smoking no blunt just because of that.
Probably not, but it sure will make it better. I almost got caught on camera because I told my son, listen, I'm at home. I'm in my comfort zone. I'm not finna be putting on no, I'm not finna be putting on no clothes that I'm not comfortable in. So my comfortable clothes is, my clothes that probably, they would deem as inappropriate. And I told my son, I said, don't put the camera on me. And he thought it was funny and he turned the camera around. And I was standing there. And I looked at the screen and there I was. I had to run. Like, I ran off. I never ran so fast in my life. But he got his sister too like that, so he like to play jokes. So I ain't doing it on purpose.
Oh my God!
It was him.
Like, is that me?
I did. I turned around and I turned around and I see myself. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's me. And I had to run because listen, I ain't trying to get no email from the teacher.
That's been kids that the parents have been caught when they're naked.
Well, yeah, no, I wasn't naked, but
They just walk in the room naked.
Okay.
Like, you don't know your kid is in school.
But listen, this is something new. This is not the norm. This is not the norm. So when you're home, like I said, you're in your comfort zone. And some people, they walk around their home.
Don't y'all know everybody can see you?
Listen, you don't be thinking about that. You really don't be thinking about that. I promise. It's even times where he's been on there and I have been yelling at him to do stuff, and then I gotta catch myself and remember, oh, wait a minute, he is on this computer, they can hear me.
Yeah,
so
CPS gonna be knocking at your door.
I don't want CPS to come because I'll be sure threatening him. But you got to, because he's one of those kids. He wanna eat cereal. He wanna lay down in the bed. Listen,
be covered up.
if I ain't know who she was, I would think she was my child teacher, because it's a lot of stuff she said he be doing. Now he do be having on drawers. He don't have no panties.
Now you know That is.
I don't know
real.
what little boys walking around with panties.
So this is. They're in a classroom.
Yeah, but you're
Make
also
them get up
home.
and get dressed. I don't care.
And it's
Presentable in front of other people. Okay.
it's already
Half of these
a
kids,
struggle.
half of these kids probably go weeks now without taking a shower, a bath.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but
Hey, if they sitting up in there running around with drawers on, and what she said, the boys would have panties on.
the boys had
How
panties
you-
and the little girls ain't have nothing. I don't know what kind of kids is at Boca Raton Elementary.
Oh my God.
Lord. But yeah, I mean these kids, they're not gonna act like they act when they're in school because they're in their comfort zone. Everybody's home is their comfort zone. Well, for some people it is. So, you're gonna be more laxed and yeah. My son, he get his covers. He be under the he be under his covers and he have him a bowl of cereal and he be trying to get on the live. And I be like, boy, you can't be eating on the thing. I do try to stop him from that, but when you have to work, when you're working from home, if you're a parent that actually works from home too, that's a battle. Now, if you're a parent that ain't working and you just home, yeah, you could do a little bit better. You could do
Smoking big blunts. How you get on camera smoking a big blunt behind your kids?
I want to know who making faces.
Because they smoking a big blunts.
Maybe so. I don't know, but that's crazy. But yeah, the teachers is tired. They said they tired. They tired of all this. I'm tired too. I want to know, is anyone sending their kids back to school next quarter? I'm sure thinking about sending mine back. I don't know how much more longer I could take this. Well, anyways, moving on.
Might not be no school.
I don't know. If it is, I don't know. Okay, so moving on. So our next topic is about Vanessa Bryant. And for those who don't know, I don't know anybody who wouldn't know it, but in case you don't know, she is the wife of the late Kobe Bryant. She is suing the LA County Sheriff's Office. In her lawsuit, she says that at least 8 deputies photographed the scene of the plane crash. So apparently these, the first people that were on the scene, they took their phones out, they started recording and taking pictures. They say it was for personal gratification, but what type of personal gratification is that, seeing mangled, burnt bodies? I don't know. But anyway, she's suing the sheriff deputies. They said that the deputies took these photos for their own personal gratification. The lawsuit also alleges that one of the deputies was at a Norwalk bar and showed gruesome photographs from the crash scene to a woman, and the bartender overheard the conversation and she decided to report it to the sheriff department. And she's suing for damages for negligent intentional infliction of emotional distress and an invasion of her right to privacy. So
who wants pictures of that?
I could see if they were trying to sell them like to tabloids, but they weren't even trying to sell them. They said they took them for their own gratification.
Now you see the mind of some of these cops.
That's sick. I wouldn't even want that. I would have nightmares about something like that.
I would never,
because it was kids. It was little kids on that plane.
That's what I'm saying. And you seeing the bodies probably were disfigured.
It gotta be
dismantled, and
that's just
I had
sick.
that when you do a driver's, what is it? One of those drivers.
Driver's ed.
When you get tickets, right? What is it? You get a ticket. And
driver improvement?
Yeah, driver improvement classes. They show you those gruesome pictures of people that's been in car accidents. Apparently, those were the people that was texting and driving or something, or speeding. And the pictures that they show, I mean, will have you with nightmares. Okay?
That's why I said
I
I
had
would
to
have
take
nightmares.
a driving improvement class, and they just flashed those pictures without even warning on the screen.
Well, we know why they're doing that, but why would a
This
cop?
is what I'm saying. What type of person would want to see that? Like, I had to turn away from. I had to cover my screen. I did not want to see those pictures.
Yeah, that's.
So you walking around with pictures in your phone of that?
I used to work in the hospital, and
You
I
gotta be
seen
a
some
sick
nasty
person.
stuff, but I don't think I could stomach. I don't think I could ever stomach seeing a child burnt or dismangled. That's just, I couldn't do it.
I'm talking about, you talking about impact. Now that impact.
That's why I could never. I always say I could never work in.
That's a whole different ball game.
I could never work in pediatrics.
I mean, it was a picture. The man's head was exploded. On impact, he hit the window, and his head was exploded. And all you seen was white stuff everywhere in his neck. And then there was one picture. The man, the top of his body was on one part of the highway, and the other part, the bottom half, was on the other side of the highway.
Oh my God. Well, we know why they're showing that, because, you know.
Nah, like, who would want to see pictures
well,
like that?
they have to show you that when you're in driver's improvement,
Still,
because that clearly
I
saying
couldn't
you were a
watch
bad
it.
driver and this could happen to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, not to get off topic, but I had to get a tow. I had to get a tow home, like, a little after that. My car had some trouble, and I had to get my car towed. And then the freaking tow truck driver was telling me all these gruesome stories about how he pulled mangled bodies out cars, and I'm like, is somebody trying to tell me something?
Yeah. Stop driving crazy.
What the heck?
Stop driving
But
crazy.
still, like,
Clearly.
who would want pictures like that?
I don't know. Well, I hope she wins that lawsuit, because they had no right.
That's some sick stuff. People are sick, man.
Yeah, they had no right to take pictures, and then one of them even was showing, like, bragging about it. Is that the new pickup line? That was your pickup line? You was showing a lady at a bar the pictures. That was your pickup line? Like, you thought you was finna take her home?
Yeah, police
Ooh, wow.
officers are some weird.
Yeah, that's
people.
sick. I hope she wins, because that is a total violation of their privacy. And you know, just to know people have those pictures is, I can't even imagine what the rage she feels behind that. But speaking of Vanessa Bryant, now she's been in the news quite a bit lately, but this time she's in the news because of her mother, her own mother, her flesh and blood mother. Her mother, whose name is Sophia Lane, she claimed she did an interview with Univision. In that interview, she said that Vanessa forced her out of the family home, and she made her return a car that she used. The interview, it aired on September 24th. Her mom reportedly claimed that they had a falling out sometime after Kobe Bryant's death that culminated in Vanessa allegedly kicking her out of the family home and taking away some of her possession. I seen a clip. She was crying as she was, telling the story about it. I don't even know where to get started on this, but Vanessa, she did come out and she did have a statement about her mom's allegations in her interview on the television show. She said, "My husband and daughter just passed away unexpectedly, and yet my mom has the audacity to do an interview on TV talking negatively about me while shedding tears about a car in a home that wasn't even in her name. She has removed all her diamonds and jewelry, emptied her apartment that I provided, and put the furniture in storage to appear as though she is without support. My husband and I have financially supported her over the past 20 years, and I continue to do so in addition to her monthly alimony, contrary to previous reports."
Wait, what the? Monthly alimony?
Yeah. She says she has
Why is she paying her alimony?
No. Oh, I don't know if she's saying that she's paying her alimony. No, I think the mom is getting alimony.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what she's basically saying. She said that her mom has not been emotionally supportive for her or her daughters after, Kobe and her daughter passed away. She did say, "Going forward, I see what is most important to my mom, and it is beyond hurtful. I hope this public airing of our personal relations will stop here." So, yeah. I mean, listen, I don't care what my child does. Like, all families, they go through their ups and their downs, but I could never. And the fact that this woman just lost her child and her husband, like, that's a double blow. That's a double blow. So for you to just months later turn around, even if she did put you out the house and took away your car, even if she did, it had to be a reason.
Listen,
if she's supporting you all these years while you're getting alimony, plus she's financially supporting you, why would she just turn around and say, "Okay, get out my house and give me my car back"? It has to be a reason.
Money do some strange things to people.
It do.
If you're used to, you gotta understand how long they've been married for. Her and Kobe, they was married for quite some time. So I'm probably sure that her mother probably
been eating off of them for a long time.
She probably got used to a certain lifestyle.
She said she had diamonds and jewelry.
Mm-hmm. She was used to a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So, people in California, that is a whole living in California is like fake land. And when you're in that, and you see 9 times out of 10 she probably was around people with money and all that whole scene, that crowd. And when that's threatened, hey, you do anything to keep it.
And I think it's more to the story.
People.
I think it's more to the story, but I think Vanessa's taking the high road and she's not airing out what really happened. And I got a good feeling the mom did. Well, she did say that her mom hasn't been emotionally supportive of her and her daughter. So
you'll be surprised what people do.
Sad. It's just
about
sad.
money. It's probably a money feud.
Probably.
It's probably because it's a lot of money up for grab right now.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how, your family. Now,
it's one thing having a person here that made the money. Then you have to.
She probably want more. She probably couldn't. And this is just a speculation. This is just my speculation.
Like, she probably kissed up to Kobe to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But now it's in her daughter's hand, so she probably
wants more.
Mm-hmm. She probably expect something now.
Right.
She probably didn't expect it from Kobe. Well, maybe she did, but But
it's a difference because Kobe's not her child.
Yeah.
And he probably had limits on, we gonna help your mom, but we ain't finna just be giving her all this and that. So you're right. Now that he's gone, she probably figures, okay, well, you know what? I can get whatever I want anytime I want it now.
Because there's hundreds of $1 million.
And that's just a speculation. I don't know if that's the case, but that's just a speculation.
That's the case.
That's just a speculation.
When you get used to just look at the situation with Dr. Dre's wife, right? This woman is going after this man's name.
Oh, and did you know this
is
is not on the topic of Vanessa, but you mentioned, she emptied the bank account to the record company.
Going in his business. It was like 300,000, something like that.
So she's a mess. She
like this, the money. It's not the money that, I mean, you could say it's the money, but it's the people that's doing it. It's the things that people would do for the money. People do some real evil things for money, and it makes people brain work a weird way. Like they can justify doing some of the most messed up things.
So a lot of horrible things have been done in the name of money in this world.
Broken many of families up.
Oh yeah. But
It's
money.
not the money.
It's not the money, because money is paper. It's the energy and the value that you put to it.
No, it's the love of it.
Well, yeah, the energy and the value that you put to it. If you love it, then you just. I don't know. It's sad to see families, going through it like that behind money, because
is she Spanish?
Yeah.
What is she, Mexican?
I'm not sure. I think she's Puerto Rican.
I don't know. She's from California.
She's from California. She may be Mexican.
Most likely she's probably Mexican or something.
But I thought she was Puerto Rican. But yeah, it's sad, and I'm one to always say nobody wins when the family feuds, because if she's not supporting her daughter and her granddaughters during this probably horrible time, then shame on her. But again, she's Mexican and Irish. Okay, so yeah, Vanessa is Mexican and Irish. So I mean,
that means she's Mexican. Mexican and Irish.
Mexican and Irish. I don't know. Maybe her dad is Irish, because her mom is clearly Mexican. Maybe her mom is Irish too. I don't know.
She's a mother right there. She looks Mexican.
Yeah, maybe her dad is Irish. I don't know.
Who knows? But hey,
I hope that they can work it out and come back together as a family, because times is bad right now. People going through stuff. It's no time to be feuding with your family. No time for that.
Well, R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. Now this is interesting. So we're gonna get on Trump and his almost assassination. So we all know, there's Trump. There's people that hate Trump haters. There's people that hate the man, despise him, every bad word in the book. Yeah, we know those people exist. And I've even seen people, on the internet wishing his death, and which, me personally, I'm one to say, watch what you wish on others, because it might come to you. Even though you may not like this man, wishing death and wishing harm on people, y'all better know it's power in your tongue, and it can backfire on you. But I digress. Anyways, yeah, I've seen people wishing death upon him, but this time someone actually tried to take a stab at it. So oh my
Somebody
God.
tried to kill him.
So there was a suspicious letter that was addressed to the president, but it was intercepted by law enforcement earlier this week. And that was revealed by the FBI. And they did say that all the packages, and I don't know how she thought this letter was going to actually make it to him, because all packages addressed to the White House are sorted and screened at a secure off-site facility prior to delivery. So those packages get thoroughly checked. So I don't know how she possibly thought it was going to get to him. But anyways, the envelope to the White House was caught at the final off-site processing facility where the mail is screened before being sent to the White House mailroom. They found a white substance in one of the in the letter.
Did it get close to Trump?
No, it had ricin in it, which
then
is
it wasn't
deadly.
how was it an assassination attempt?
No, well, she tried to. Her name is
her?
Yeah. Her name is Pascali Ferrier. And they actually took her into custody for allegedly sending a letter containing the deadly poison to Trump. But what's even more crazy is she also sent the same letter to some Texas officials, some people in Texas, some big officials in Texas. So she was really trying to do some damage.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, she's in trouble now because that's a federal offense. She's
okay.
Yeah, but in her letter she referred to Trump as the ugly tyrant clown and called for him to resign. Yeah.
If this is the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, when I seen her picture, I said the same thing. I'm like, really? You really call that man the ugly tyrant clown? She said, you ruined the USA and lead them to disaster. I have U.S. cousins. Then I don't want the next 4 years with U.S. president. I don't think she speaks English very well.
She has U.S. cousins.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Whatever.
She said, give up and remove your application for this election.
All right, what's next? We don't care about that.
Well, anyways, it didn't work, so, unfortunately for her. So there is a toxic, and it's a lot of toxic trends that I personally don't get into TikTok, but anything with TikTok, my daughter usually brings it to my attention. But it was one it's a new TikTok trend that she showed me a video of, and I found very, very, very disturbing. So there's this new challenge where these black young boys, most of them are young. I don't even know the age of them, but they look pretty young. But anyways, they have above their head, I don't know what it's called, like a banner, I guess. But on one side of the banner it says white girls, and then on the other side it says black girls, and then on the other side it says white girls, and even one had black girls, and then on the other side it says anything, absolutely anything else. So they're supposed to pick a side or pick which side they prefer. So we have the videos, a couple of the videos. There's a lot of them, but we have a couple of the videos if you that we want you guys to see, and then y'all can make your own opinion on it, and we'll give you ours. So play the video.
I want you to
Okay.
That's it. Okay, so we all know is interracial dating is nothing new, and I don't have an issue with interracial dating. I have an issue with this. Because you can even see one of the boys for the black girl. He had a gorilla by the black girls. Where is this coming from? Like, does it start early into childhood? Like, where is this coming from where black women are not desirable? Where is this coming from? You as a male, where does this come from?
They're just trying to go viral.
No, I don't think it's just, well, yeah, they probably are going viral, but it's a lot of videos, and she even showed me one on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube videos.
Listen, nobody cares about these kids. Like, most of them boys look like they want to put boy on the other side. They look like they'll be going to a boy. Like, they should have put the third option as a boy. And I guarantee you they be going.
That's the new, the new style. These.
Yeah, they
boys.
look like they want some boy.
Well, I don't know, because it's an issue. It's an issue in the African, and it's not just with kids. So we can't even pretend like it's just with kids. That's just an example of how it starts young. It starts very early. Like their hate. Where does this hate for black women come from? Does it start with their mothers?
Listen, they're trying to get clout.
No, you can't, because it happens with grown men too that are not on the internet. We see this all the time. Black men, and this is the truth. Black men like Wesley Snipes, with Morris Chestnut, very dark skinned black men. They get praised and glorified. If
that's your preference,
no. It's a double standard though. It's a double standard, and you're not seeing it because, I don't know what your preference is.
All right,
in
whatever.
Women.
Next topic. I don't care about this.
Well, how you gonna cut the topic?
Everybody has their own preference.
We're not talking about preference. No, we're not talking about preference.
I think all those boys on that video, they should have had a third topic, which was boy. And
we're not talking about preference. Yes, you're allowed to have your preference, but why do you have to put down black women? Okay. You can have your preference, but why do you have to put down black women in the process? It's a lot of young black girls who are looking at these things, and they even have these people going through the schools doing interviews and asking these boys, what do you prefer, light skin or dark skin, or white women or Hispanic women? And the things they say about black women is disgusting. And you have these little girls looking at this, and these little girls are going to grow up with a self-esteem issue because they're not going to feel like they're wanted by people who look like them.
Listen,
that's the issue. It's not about preference.
That starts at home.
That's what I'm saying. It has to start at home.
Okay, now, if these young black boys, right, they see their mom at home, right, you see them hollering, screaming, and then, right, you see them, their mothers, they wear weaves, they put on all this makeup, do all this stuff to their own self. So subconscious, that's saying, my mother don't think she's beautiful how she is.
Are you kidding me? So are you saying white women don't put on makeup, and they're the ones they are the biggest ones who do it? Black women are just now getting into makeup, because honestly, in fact, yes, because it was never geared for black women. Companies are just getting on, makeup companies are just getting on board making foundations and colors to match black women.
Who is the most
you're out of your mind if you
hair.
think
Of fake hair.
Okay, so we're gonna get on the fake hair thing. You have to understand where that comes from, though. Before you even speak on it.
No. 1 out of 10 white women that wear fake hair.
Oh, it's way more than 1 out of 10.
And we talking about 10 out of 10 black women that wear fake hair.
Okay, what's wrong with wearing fake hair? What's the issue?
When you got young boys watching their mama put on a wig.
That's funny, because the ones, the white women that are glorified most definitely have weave in their hair.
Okay.
The Kardashians,
Okay.
all of them wear weaves.
Can
all the time.
Can it be distinctly known that she is for sure she has a weave?
Not
and
to
weave
even
in her
mention
hair.
that
okay,
weaves and wigs was started by white men.
Black woman, you have a black girl
Weaves and wigs were
that's
started by
very
white
dark
men.
and have a blonde weave. You know that ain't her hair.
Why not? It's black people with
All
blonde
right.
hair.
Okay, now you're trying to play a game.
It's black people with blonde hair.
We ain't talking about them. We talking
So
about.
what are you talking about?
We talking about.
So if you see a black woman and she naturally has blonde hair, you're just gonna say that's not her hair because
Really?
why?
Really?
Yes, really.
What black woman you know from America that have naturally
I
blonde
went to
hair?
school with one.
Sure you do.
Listen. I don't need to lie. I went to school with one. I'm not
Was
gonna
she
say
light
her.
skinned?
Yes.
Okay, then don't give me that one.
But she was all black. Both her parents were black. She was light skinned, but
it wasn't blonde. It probably was sandy or something.
It was blonde. It's considered blonde. It wasn't bleach blonde.
I'm talking about bleach blonde.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? It's white women who dye their hair blonde. What's wrong with? Listen, y'all are so messed up.
You are
You are one of these people.
unable to see what you're doing to young black males.
So, you know what? So by women wearing weave and putting on makeup, they're destroying black males.
Yes.
Because I don't
You
ever
are
remember my mother
destroying-
putting on makeup. Only thing I remember her probably wearing, the most I've ever seen her wear, was maybe lipstick.
Okay.
Lipstick.
And did
So
any of her
you're telling me,
besides one,
okay, because I was, and you,
I've never dated a white woman in my life.
we ain't talking about just white women.
Okay.
If you date anything other
Okay.
than black, you
I've
date
dated
outside
more-
your race.
I've dated more black women
Well, I
than
don't
I ever
know.
dated any other race.
Well, I don't know, but all I'm saying is, black.
And I never dated a
and
white
I don't
woman
and I don't buy
in
into
my
the
life.
listen, and I don't buy into the narrative that social media and the media tries to portray that black men hate black women. I don't believe that for 1 second, because there's tons and tons of black men who adore, respect, and almost worship the ground black women walk on. So I don't believe that narrative.
Listen, these
But
are young.
what these kids are seeing, the young ones,
It
what
is.
they're seeing is damaging. That's my whole.
They ain't been through nothing in life. They don't know who they are.
So where are they getting this from? The older people. These grown men who sit on social media all day talking about what black women should be, and black women wearing weaves, and not even realizing that it was actually white men who made wigs and weaves. They're the ones who started it.
And
So don't just say black women. Why is it such an issue when a black woman does it, but when a white woman does it, it's normal? Why? Why is that?
who said it was normal? I'm talking about, what do you
just said-
see far
I
away?
don't see any white boys being
Stop
messed
it.
up. Their
Stop
mothers
it.
been pounding their face with
Okay,
makeup for
because I'm
years,
talking-
for centuries, because makeup was
when you
geared
go
for them.
Okay, when you go in there and you become a totally different person.
You on a whole different. It is not just black women who
Yes,
become.
it is.
So it's just black women. It's
Like-
just.
like,
are you
can
honest?
have-
Oh,
my
I
God.
hope y'all.
How many
I hope y'all come.
transformer videos? I'm calling it Transformers, because they start with one face and end up with a
I've
totally
seen
different face.
lots of them from white women. Lots of them. You don't.
Well,
listen,
maybe there
I
is.
love makeup. I don't wear makeup daily. I wear makeup, and if you go on my social media, you'll see a lot of my pictures do have makeup. That's probably the only time I put on makeup if I'm taking a picture. And I don't just put on makeup to take a picture. It's because I'm going somewhere or I'm already out and I have makeup on, so I'll snap a picture. Me wearing makeup, probably a handful a year.
Are you telling the truth?
I do not wear makeup every day. You know I don't. Do I have on makeup now? Do I have on makeup now? Every time I come here, do I have on makeup? No.
Do you put
What am I lying about?
Do you put on makeup when you take pictures?
I just said I do.
Okay.
I just said I do, but it's always if I'm going somewhere.
Do you put on makeup?
That's too much work.
Just
like it's,
to take pictures.
No,
that's a cap.
No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't, because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I want to be going somewhere, and if I'm doing my makeup and I'm going somewhere, and it's looking good, of course I'm gonna take a picture.
You said you don't wear makeup every day.
I don't. I said if I'm going somewhere special, if I'm going out, or maybe it's just a day I feel like putting on makeup. But it's not an everyday thing. It's definitely not an everyday thing. I can't. That's too much time.
She's capping.
He's lying because he knows Terrence. I mean, Feezy, Yeah, he wanna make a point, but he's not making a point at all, because
she's capping.
Anybody who knows me and who's around me knows very seldom do they see me in makeup, and that's just a fact. That's just a fact. But
what it boils down to is
you can't say black women.
Boys,
yeah,
I can see whatever. if that was grown-ups, but
it is grown-ups that's doing this.
Look at the length of their pants.
Well, those videos are young little punks, but
okay.
But it's grown. But what I'm saying is grown men that sit on the internet and they critique everything about a black woman.
Who's doing that?
A lot. I see it a lot. And I've even gotten on some of their posts and had to correct them. And I seen a post where a man put up a post about a black woman wearing blonde weave, and then this white woman had braids in her hair. And I guess he was trying to say, oh, you talking about why she shouldn't be wearing braids, but you have her hair.
What type of man comments on women?
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
These are homos anyways.
There is men that sit around
and critique
everything about a black woman.
I think there are men that sit around wishing they were women.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they want to be a black woman.
Like I said, those boys in that video, there should have been a third column.
Because I've literally seen some men, and like I said, I don't buy into that thing that more black men love, most black men love, because that's not true. That's not true at all. It's more black men that are married to black women than there is black men married to other races. That's a fact. So I don't buy into that, but it is real deal black men who hate black women, and I don't see that from any other race. I don't see that from the Indians. I don't see it from the Chinese. I don't see it from white men. I don't see them sitting around all day.
The picture is just on us. Okay, you gotta be really, like, in another word, believe that there is no Indian men that don't like Indian women.
They may not like them. They might not prefer them, but they don't. I haven't seen them sitting around on the internet doing that.
White women. There is a white man on the internet that says he hates white women. He loves black women.
So he actually said he hates white women.
Yes.
Well, he's a rare breed, because you don't see that a lot.
Oh my God.
You don't. Come on, let's be realistic. You don't.
You're not looking for them. Okay.
Like I said, I have people of all races on my social medias. I only see this from the white, and even if it's a white man who dates black women,
do you have any
I don't see. Yes.
Like,
I do. It's often weird. These old white ladies requested me. I don't know. I don't know. They might be like, I don't know. Anyways, all I'm saying is, this trend of what these boys are doing, it needs to stop, because and men who have black daughters, please tell your daughters how beautiful they are. Show them what real love is, because if you leave it to social media, their self-esteem is gonna be all screwed up. I'm just saying.
Couldn't believe that's actually a topic.
It is a topic, because it's a huge topic in the black community. It's just you don't care about it because you're not a black woman.
I'm looking for a new host, everybody.
And I'm looking for my own show, because I'm about tired of him. He be trying to censor me. Listen, we supposed
Get
to
in
be
the
talking about
comments.
everything.
Do you think that's a...
Oh, I know. It's a bunch of black women who feel the same way I feel. So you don't want them to get in the comments. I'll even have a few of them come just to leave a comment.
We're the angry black woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, another stereotype. You know what? We gonna label you. You're an angry black man.
I'm an angry man. I'm not angry.
You're an
I'm
angry
not,
black man.
Okay, if you want to say that I'm black, but I'm just an angry man. And it ain't for no reason. I mean, it's not for no reason. I'm just angry. I mean, it is. I just don't like people. But hey, it's not a reason why I'm so angry.
Listen, I think it's a topic that I think needs to be talked about. You don't care about it because black men in America, like I said, the Wesley Snipes, the Morris Chestnuts, they get praised and you know, people go gaga over them. But then you have the Lupitas and you know, some idiot, some grown man actually put on his Instagram or his social media, I don't know what it was, but he put up something and he was saying something about Ari Lennox and Tiana Taylor. He said something like it amazes him. I don't remember what he said. Well, no, he said that it amazes him that they have the ability to have dangerously high sex appeal while simultaneously looking like Rottweilers. That's funny. That is not funny.
Oh my God, they look like Rottweilers.
See, this is the This is the misogyny that I'm talking about.
Black women need to stop being so sensitive.
What?
Do you look like
Until you be a black woman in this country, do not talk. Please.
Are you crazy?
Please.
Are you really
don't
crazy?
Talk. Until you're a
Y'all
black
have
woman.
all the power anyways.
What? Okay, as far as what?
Trying to be a black man. Okay.
Oh, it's hard for a black person, period. But we're talking about a whole different subject. When it comes to beauty and sex appeal and all that.
Y'all talking about beauty and crap.
What?
Y'all want other people to say you're beauty.
No, not me.
Say you're beautiful and
not
stuff.
Not me. I could care less.
Then why are you depending? Why do y'all get so offended?
It's offensive when it's coming from people we've birthed.
What? You didn't birth those boys.
Listen, a black woman did.
Are
a
you
black
that
woman.
Black woman?
And then on one of the videos,
you don't know what their mother did to them.
That's what I'm saying. Do they have mommy issues? Is it mommy issues that they have? I don't know what it is.
Most black men have mommy issues. Most men have mommy issues.
I don't know if you could say most men, but I know it is a lot of black men who have mother issues. But you need to fix it and stop taking it out on the whole entire, race of black women. Like it's not our fault your mother was whatever she was. It's not our fault. Anyways, let's move on because you're trying to tell me how a black woman woman's supposed to feel.
If you know how to host a podcast, I would like to
yeah, right.
I would
whatever.
I'll be more than likely I'll be more than willing to do an interview.
Won't happen. Don't waste your time.
Kick her off just so if she keep on doing
this is a topic people want to hear about. This is a topic people want to hear about, and people get in the comments and tell me if this is something that you enjoy talking about or a discussion that you enjoy, because I know it is. I know I ain't the only one.
All right.
Okay, so now we're gonna, and I don't even know how to feel about this whole situation. Had a whole big old debate with
what the heck?
With my mother recently, so we're gonna get into this whole Breonna Taylor thing that's going on right now. So
wait, who is that? Who is that lady?
Who is who on the picture?
On the picture.
Oh, those are people that are mourning right now because of the verdict.
They're mourning?
Or not the verdict, but
Did
the
they
decision.
know her?
I don't know, but I think a lot of people, you don't have to know somebody to feel pain for them. You don't have to know a person.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as you all know, and I said this, I think I said this in the last episode. I said that money that they got was what we called it, what we said, that $12 million settlement. That was
payoff?
it was a payoff. It was a, let me give them some money so they could shut up, because
The
we
go
got
away
something.
nigger.
So we got something in
We said
store
that
for
before.
y'all.
We had said that before the verdict.
Yep.
The
We
go
said that
away,
last
that
week.
was just to go away.
Yep. Because they knew what they were already. This is nothing new. They knew from the beginning. They put on a big fiasco.
Here's
We're investigating. We're doing a thorough investigation. No, y'all didn't.
Here's the thing.
No, you
didn't. They prosecuted the one that actually shot her. They're prosecuting him.
Well, the headlines are reading, and this is what I don't
They
like
are
about.
prosecuting him.
No, they're not.
They are.
Well, they're prosecuting him, but
They're only mad because the other two they didn't choose to prosecute them.
No, that's not why they're mad. They're mad because the one officer that they did indict, he's getting indicted not for anything to do with her death. He's getting indicted for something called wanton something. Well, basically, I think it's like because he shot into the neighbor's wall. That's what he's getting charged with. It's like a slap in the face. Like, well, like I said, I don't even know how to feel about this whole situation. And I've seen different sides of the spectrum. And let me just say, they're tearing Kentucky up.
Why are they doing this?
They're tearing it up. And 2 police officers got shot behind this. But they did get the man who shot him. They have him in custody. He was a black man. I don't know. This is one of those topics where, you don't want to offend nobody, but then you feel like you got to be real on some type of level. And I never want to demonize the dead, because she's dead and she's gone. So whatever she may have done or didn't do, that's null and void at this point. It's null and void. But like I said, I've seen different sides of the story. People who have come out and said, and showed different things about how she's not an EMT. She was an EMT. She was fired from being an EMT, which I didn't know that she was terminated back in 2017. I don't know if that's true. I didn't research that. I just seen, something that mentioned that. Then you got the prosecutors and the police officers, and they're saying that she was under surveillance. They have her on surveillance camera making drug trades.
Drug transactions.
Drug transactions. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. They say they have surveillance of her and that she was under investigation. Her house, her car, and her apartment was under surveillance for months. Again, I haven't seen any documents that said this. This is all just things I've seen being posted and things that the actual police have said that, she was under investigation. They did say they knocked on the door. The boyfriend says they didn't. I don't know. There was a body camera, and that's what I'm thinking. Why won't they just release the body camera? Possibly could it show that they didn't actually knock? Is why they're not. And then you gotta take.
When you're a SWAT team and you're serving a warrant, you don't have to knock. That's why it's called a no-knock
but they did
warrant.
It's now it's illegal now, and they put that law.
Well, it wasn't before.
No, it wasn't before, because they obtained a no-knock warrant, meaning that they don't have to knock; they could just barge in your house. So they were in their legal rights to come in there because they had a warrant. I don't agree with those no-knock warrants. I mean, that it's dangerous on both ends. Cause you gotta put yourself in both people's shoes.
Okay, you basically letting someone. Okay, when you have a no-knock.
Can you imagine that?
You have a someone that's usually probably that's dangerous. So you're really letting a dangerous person that's probably more than likely have a gun on the other side of that door. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're finna come through the door. Get ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I never. I used to see how they used to do it on that show, The Cops. They used to bang in the doors with the little. I don't even know what that thing is called, and I always thought that
And
was
in
weird.
this case,
How they can just
it proves
come in your house like that.
it proves you gotta look at the evidence, right? What man that's living a legal life that doesn't have any drama feel the need to sleep with a gun?
Well, we don't know if he was sleeping with the gun.
Of course he had a gun. He had it close to him.
I mean, it could have been in the nightstand. It could have been,
Okay,
you know.
if
I don't know if he actually had the gun like laying on his chest or.
well, whatever.
You know,
he
we
had
don't
it
know.
close enough.
But we do know
to
he
shoot a
shot
cop.
first. we do know he shot first, which the police
And he
say
shot a cop.
The police
he
say
shot a cop.
Yeah, he did. He shot a cop.
Didn't he shoot both of 2 cops?
I think it was only one. I think it was only one cop that got hit. But see, this is the thing. When you start shooting at the police, and it could be one of you, and you could only let off. And this is the argument that I had with my mother this morning, because she was saying that they should have just went in there and arrested him. But that's not how it works. And you gotta be you have to know that it doesn't work like that.
Apparently, they was going in there just to arrest him.
Yeah, but what she was saying was
shooting.
Right, but what she was saying was they should have never. The police should have never shot back.
That's
basically what she was saying. They should have never shot back.
Everybody, let's put yourself in just you. Okay, if you are trained, if you have a gun,
That's
if
what
you
they're
can
trained
legally
to do.
carry, if you can legally carry, right? And you have a gun, someone starts shooting at you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, hold up, hey, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you shooting back, buddy.
That's yeah.
I know. I
mean, a lot of people, and like I said, it's
at this point when someone's shooting at
you gotta know that
you are you automatically go into survival mode. Okay, I have a weapon. I'm going to return fire to save my life. And trust me,
every single, it could have been one of you, and you know, like she said,
not taking the police side.
Right.
I'm just giving everybody a clear view, because we can't play like one sided thing. You got to see both sides of the spectrum, right? You know, I was just thinking, right? I was out earlier and I had to run. I had to do some errands, go to the bank, and I was in front of the bank, in front of the ATM, and as me driving up to the bank, the helicopter. It was a police helicopter, was just circling. I'm like, what's going on? He just kept circling. This is in this area. I'm like, what's going on? So all of a sudden, like 5 cop cars just was in a row. And it was like they was stopping some car. I guess they was watching somebody, and they pulled them over, and they pulled them right in the parking lot that I was in. So it had me thinking, right? You can't see why a cop have helicopters, right? It's because you can see everything. You get a full view. See, most times when you have people, you have the news, they're only pushing one side to get you to see things that how they want you to see it. So you have to have a overstanding of things. You have to have a full view to get a full perspective of what's really going on. You have to get a full view of it. You can't do that when someone is pushing one side of the story. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give. I'm not for one or the other side. I'm just trying to show you both sides. Like the police have a story, and Breonna Taylor's side has a story. Both of them was shooting. It was apparently her boyfriend shot. They returned fire. What would you do if someone was shooting at you? I don't know.
That's crazy how the boyfriend, he didn't even get hit. He didn't even get grazed. So was she? I'm just like, was she like in front of him, protecting him? How did he not even get grazed?
Was she sleep? They said she was sleeping in the bed and got shot.
No, I don't think she was sleeping in the bed.
Or she was in the bed?
I don't think she was in the bed because that's impossible.
What do you mean that's impossible?
How do you get hit 6 times and if you're in the bed?
Hey, see, you only can rely on what the news tell you.
I don't know. Like I said, it's been different reports coming from different things and different stuff people been saying. So I don't know, like, what's real and what's not.
That's why you have to get an overstanding of stuff.
It's a tragedy all the way around. You know, this young woman, she lost her life. Unfortunately, you know, it's sad, you know, and I feel for her family. And, you know, everybody who knew and loved her, my heart goes out to them. You know, like I said, if she was dealing in any type of illegal activity, all of that is null and void because she's no longer here to defend herself. She's no longer, and I've seen people post stuff about, you know, she was this and she was that, and she's on court documents for having a history of drug charges and all this stuff. Why bring that up now? The woman is dead. She's not here to say this is true or not.
You have to bring that stuff up.
You can't. She's not here to defend herself.
No, because
when a person is dead, you can't.
If they're trying to indict someone, right?
It still doesn't have anything to do with them coming in her home, killing her.
What do you mean? If they were watching them, they had every right to go in there. If they were trying to arrest someone there.
Yeah, but see, that's where the story, you know, that's where the conflicting stories come from. They say they knocked and they announced who they were. The boyfriend says they didn't knock, they just came in. But then it's kind of weird that they said they did knock, but then they had a no-knock warrant. They said they obtained a no-knock warrant. So I don't know. It's looking real sketchy for the police right there. I honestly believe they came in. I believe they came in because. So
what is the problem then?
What do you mean? What's the problem?
Did they have
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's so many different stories.
If they didn't have a no knock, it still doesn't. They had a no knock warrant, so they didn't have to knock. He said they didn't knock. They just came in. Well, then they didn't have to knock. He didn't know, right? But they're saying they did. They're saying that they did knock and they did announce who was at the door. He said they didn't. He said he thought, you know, it was intruders, or I think they said he thought it was her ex-boyfriend who was coming in, so that's why he shot. And then people are saying they had every right. Boyfriend was coming in.
Yeah, and people are saying they have.
How would her ex-boyfriend come in?
Yeah, well, they didn't come in with a key. They was basically bammed down the door,
so
they broke down the door.
Why would her ex-boyfriend?
But see, then you have to say these people are being awoke out of their sleep. Your mind is not all the way there and capable of putting all the pieces together. So who knows?
How do you know he was woken up?
Like I said, beyond what happened behind
they said this
that door.
Happened just after midnight. Okay, you know black people. We don't go to sleep. You ain't got no job.
I don't
you ain't
know.
Going to sleep.
We can only go off of his story because he's the only one. He was the only one who survived. Who was on the other side of that door.
Okay, let's be realist right now. You know, what nigga you know that don't have a job is in the bed by 12?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot.
Sure.
I've seen them.
That don't have a job. In the bed sleeping at 12.
No, he did have a job. So I can't say
in
that.
the bed by 12.
I mean, hey, sure. I don't know what people do. You know, I don't know what time everybody goes to bed. I can't say everybody because I
have a job, and I'm not asleep at 12 o'clock.
But you just that's so minute. You can't.
No, it's not minute. It's called evidence. Right.
Yeah, but like I said, they can't prove that they wasn't asleep. And what does that have to do with anything? If they was asleep or not asleep, it still doesn't have anything to do with anything.
In the case that
I'm saying that, you know, if they were asleep, being woken out of your sleep, your mind is not all the way there put together saying, hey, you know, this can't be her boyfriend, because how would he, unless he done turned into Incredible Hulk, how would he bust down the whole door?
So he was looking to kill somebody.
I mean, it's people who are saying he had every right to protect his home. You know.
Was that his home?
I don't think so. I don't think he was on the lease. But see, that's you know that. I don't know. And like I said, I don't want to be insensitive to anybody because I know, you know, it's people that are feeling this around the world. People who genuinely are hurt behind this because we've seen it. Are we surprised? No. I knew.
How can they come to
They
such a
moved.
conclusion? She was doing nothing but sleeping and they came in there and shot her. How do you know this?
Like I said, we can only go off of what the boyfriend said. He's the only survivor who was beyond that door, who was on the other side of the door.
Does anybody seen his record? This is the guy we supposed to believe
I don't know.
about this stuff?
I don't know.
And why they're tearing up
listen, I don't know.
Streets? What is it, Kentucky?
Kentucky, yeah. Louisville.
We haven't.
And they moved in the National Guard. They moved them in a couple days ago, which lets me know they already knew what they were going to say. They already knew they were not going to bring charges. They knew since day one. This is not, don't let them fool you.
This probably was a clear-cut case that it wasn't what the news tried to make it sound it was.
That district attorney,
No. You can't
I don't know. I can't.
This probably was a clear-cut case that it wasn't what the news is making it sound like it is.
Listen, I know the news trumps things up.
I guarantee you they have probably a lot of evidence otherwise.
I don't know. If they do, then they need to release it to the people so the people can know.
Well,
are they going to release it?
Investigation going on. This is what people don't understand.
They say
they can't come out with it because there's someone still being prosecuted. There's evidence.
Who's being prosecuted?
One of the cops are being prosecuted
for wanton,
but it's still
misuse or whatever because he shot into the neighbors.
They can't release evidence yet because there's still a case going on.
Listen, well,
why would they release
if you're not being charged with the death?
But there's still a case going on that carries. He can get 5 years on each count.
Listen,
he was.
We already know he's not going to get any time.
You don't know that.
We know. Come on, this is nothing new. This is nothing new.
Listen,
this is the same circus that's been running.
This is stupid.
The same movie that's been running.
They pick and choose, but by whole time in Chicago, black people are killing black people all the time.
Yeah, I mean we can say that, we can get on that, but what does that have to do with Breonna?
Why is they doing this for? Won't they go? They can make a bigger change if all these people fly to Chicago, the streets of Chicago, and actively do something.
That's what if they put that much energy into
that's what I'm saying.
Other things,
the power. If they put this much energy, if all these people that's riding go just fly to Chicago, that's flying to all these places to Minnesota, to Kentucky, let's fly to Chicago and talk to these young boys.
Yeah, I agree because in Chicago it's little babies that's being gunned down, hit with stray bullets.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about the little girl? I think she was saved on Instagram. That's
the part
She was like 8 years old. That was gunned down, shot car, and her mother. She died in her mother's arms.
Yeah, see,
from someone just in the back of her that looked like them. Just shot into their car. They thought they was somebody else. They thought they was the ops.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't. But this is why I can't support the Black Lives Matter movement. This is why I can't.
This was a little girl,
and it's nothing.
This was a little 8-year-old girl shot.
Yeah,
tragically.
And she's not the only one. It's like literally every week.
Why isn't there any outcry? Why aren't these people screaming and crying in the streets for her?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't get behind the Black Lives Matter movement.
Because they pick and choose.
I can't get behind that.
It's an agenda, man.
I can't. When you pick and choose what Black Lives Matter, you're doing the same thing that they're doing it.
To them, Black lives only matter when white person or a cop kills a black person.
And I can't get behind that. And I even seen somebody post something that said how many people do you know personally, not the ones you've seen on TV, but how many people do you know personally that was killed by a white person or a police officer, versus how many people do you know personally that was killed by somebody that looks like them?
Mm-hmm.
And I read that and I was like, you know what?
We all know.
That's true, because I can guarantee if you're black, you know somebody that was killed by another black person.
Through my life, all my friends I ever had, we know nobody that was killed by a cop, but we know plenty of people that was killed by black people.
And that's why I'm saying, if Black Lives Matter, if I could get behind that movement, if they were for all black lives, and I'm meaning the little babies that's being killed, murdered, gunned down,
and you got
from
these,
gun violence.
You got these huge women crying in the streets like they're children.
Yeah, it's like, why is nobody crying? Why is this? Why? Right, why aren't people marching for them?
Temper tantrums in the street like they're children.
I don't know.
Like, are you serious?
This is just a very crazy world we live in, and like I said, I don't want to be insensitive to nobody who may be genuinely hurt behind this, but it's like you knew this was coming.
Say something that's
unpopular. This was not a surprise.
You're only hurt because you're brainwashed. If you're not hurt, listen to me. I'm saying, no. I'm listening to me right now. If you're not hurt when you hear these young black babies are getting murdered in the street, and you're not hurt from that, and you're hurt from this, you're fake.
Yeah,
you're fake.
I agree.
And you're brainwashed.
Yep, I agree 100%.
And you talk about oh, these white people this, white people that. But you take your dictation from them. You're brainwashed and you don't even know it.
Yep. Sad but true. It's true. And you know, a lot of people are gonna get mad at that, but hey, somebody gotta say it. Somebody gotta tell the truth. Nobody in history who has come out and told the truth, they were met with a lot of opposition, a lot of hate, a lot of backlash. But guess what? Somebody have to carry the torch of truth.
Use your brain.
And when I say I'm hurt, I'm not hurt because they didn't get indicted, because like I said, this is no surprise. This is the same movie that's been playing for the longest time. Listen, I'm hurt for her mother because I'm a mother. So I'm hurt for her mother and the people who actually knew her and loved her.
These people, they play games with you, right? There's clearly gray area all around these. All around those, the guy from Minnesota, Breonna Taylor, it's gray area with them.
Yeah, and that's true. It's always a lot of gray. In the high profile, it's always the high profile ones that it's a lot of gray areas, a lot of missing links. There's a lot of.
You have a baby, a child that was innocently not doing nothing.
Yep.
And just was shot for nothing.
Yep.
And nobody says nothing.
You don't even hear about it on the news.
Are you insane?
You don't even hear half of these babies that are being killed.
These people are insane.
You don't even hear about it on the news. That's what's sad.
You want to go scream and cry and throw yourself on the ground like a child and have a temper tantrum because you didn't get what you thought was supposed to happen, because the same news that people that are playing games with you.
Yep. That's why I said,
told
why are
you
y'all
how
so,
to feel.
Why
but you
are y'all
talk
so
about
shocked?
White people this, white people that, but you're getting the same. Y'all getting the same news.
They're getting the information from the
same people.
That's the irony. That's the irony. Not even funny. That's the irony of the whole situation.
You are being played.
That is the irony of the whole thing. They want to talk about the white people but you gotta go, who's behind all of it?
The same
people. That's why I said it's the same movie that's been playing on repeat for the longest. So why are y'all so shocked? Why is the world so shocked? Why are y'all over there tearing the city up? Y'all knew this was gonna happen.
You're playing right into their
You're doing
hands.
Exactly what they want you to do.
It's on
they
schedule.
Want y'all to go out and do that.
Yes, they do. This is their plan. and they're using you as a weapon,
That's why I've always said they're playing on the emotions of black people, and until you guys open your eyes and realize that you're being played, you're never gonna get it. You're gonna keep living in that same loop that they're playing.
See, you can call me a coon, you can call me whatever, right?
I done been called everything but child of God.
You have to,
I don't
at
care.
some point, you have to really look at the mind state of black Americans. You really are in a childlike state when you have someone that speaks the unpopular. See, they have you in a like a child state where you have to go with the popular, what the popular opinion is, and if you speak out of that, you're called names.
Yep.
And
I've experienced it from grown men.
But the thing is, they call you names only to try to get you to say, "Oh, maybe I was wrong. I want to be with the cool kids again."
Yeah, see that they don't know me very
They
well.
call you coon. That is the method they use, unbeknownst to them. That is the method that been put into them.
In order to speak out against the machine, you have to be a thick-skinned person, because if you're talking against this, like he said, the popular opinion, if you're coming out with a opposing opinion or opposing thoughts, you're gonna get all that backlash. You're gonna get, like I said, I've been called everything but the child of God by grown men. And it doesn't bother me. They're not gonna back me down. I don't back down for nothing. If I truly feel something in my heart and I know something to be the truth, I'm not backing down. You can call me whatever you want to call, because I know you only are what you answer to. So hey, call me what you want to call me, but it's not gonna back me down or make me say I'm gonna go back to being blind and sleeping stupid, living in that loop. I'm happy I'm out of that loop. I used to be part of that loop. I'm ecstatic that I'm no longer part of that. So
it is time. It is time to wake up out of our sleep, out of your sleep. It is time.
What is it gonna take though?
Up.
What is it gonna take for them to realize and see? It gotta take something. So it has to be a what you call that when it's not something from man. I don't want to say astronomical, because I don't think that's the word.
Metaphysical.
It's gonna have to take something that's not done by man to wake people up, because clearly
supernatural.
Yeah, along those lines. Yeah, it's gonna have to take something like that to wake people up, because clearly, I mean, you have many people who have been trying for a long time to wake people out of this sleep, and people just don't see it. They will fight you tooth and nail, because ignorance is bliss, and they love that blissful state of ignorance, and it's hard getting people out of that.
You couldn't tell a slave that he was a slave if he didn't know he was a slave.
That's why they change those physical change for mental change. You have to enslave the mind. If you enslave the mind, you got somebody real good.
See, they did a great thing, right? See, if you can see your change, right? If something is so jarring up to the eye, where you can see the change physically, then you're gonna rebel against it. But if you can't see the change,
but you know what's sick about this whole situation? They're using this as a political ploy to get people to vote for Biden, because you got people like Jesse Jackson who are saying, "Oh, use all this hurt, channel it into voting." Yeah. Channeling it because Biden, he's gonna change all this. Oh no, not the fact that that we've had all these other men try, but Biden, he's the end all of end all. He's gonna end all of this. He's gonna bring all of this greatness to black people. It's sick that they're using this woman's death for a political ploy for a vote.
They use it. I mean, that's what
And
they do.
he's using that as a disguise. He's trying to disguise it and cutesy it up and we're so hurt behind this, but don't let this be the fuel to make you go out and vote. Come on now, really. You gotta be really deep into a sleep if you don't see what they really trying to do with that one.
Sorry to say, a lot of people are asleep. If you're going out there riding, you're asleep. You're being used as a tool.
And this is actually what he actually said. He said he encourages people not to respond to lack of criminal charges in the Taylor case with violence. He said, he said, we must be smart enough not to turn our anguish and anger into self-destruction and give Trump a commercial. Jackson said during the Wednesday
How do they
News
turn all this
interview.
against Trump? Like
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. How they find a way to. I forgot what it's called, but you know how they subliminal advertisement. They will drop little things here and there.
Yeah.
To influence your mind. That's exactly what they do. When these situations come, even though Trump ain't had nothing to do with it, he didn't make the decision for the DA to not bring charges. They're going to throw his name in there so people subconsciously can remember and take Trump's name and relate it to this incident.
Now, how many cops went unprosecuted while Obama was in office?
Actually, let's talk about the
Way
law.
more.
The law he put in, the blue whatever called law. A protection for the police. Oh, they ain't ready to talk about that though. Not their savior, Obama. You ain't ready for that. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, this is crazy. It's like you're living in the Twilight Zone. Too bad we can't play that.
So, you mean to tell me Biden was vice president? He couldn't tell Obama to do anything about those?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, he's gonna do something. You talking about
apparently
a guy,
him and Kamala
is
these white knights on their horses,
talking about
and they're coming to save black people.
that said we have to. That was with Hillary Clinton referred to. Well, Hillary Clinton referred to black people as super predators, and that crime bill they both put into play. Mm-hmm. He was part of that.
That locked up more black men than anything.
Locking up black people for non-violent crimes.
Petty charges.
Yeah.
Petty charges, non-violent charges. People died in prison because of that 3 strikes. People for petty things. Yeah. So no. Mm-mm.
We have family members in prison for that.
Yeah.
Those kind of laws.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I have an uncle doing time. The life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, these are the people that I don't know.
It's crazy. I just hope more people just wake up, and then it just irks me to see people like, oh yeah, Biden, he's not good, but we got to get Trump out of there, so might as well vote for him. people, that's what they want. They don't care if you like him or not, as long as you give him your vote. They can give 2 craps if you like the man. They just want your vote.
They got something special anyways.
Who got something special?
The powers that be.
Of course.
They got something special for you if you...
I don't know.
All right, what we got next?
Okay, so moving on to, and I guess this is, kind of in lines of, what we were talking about with the children, being gunned down. But if you guys haven't seen on social media, there's this hashtag, and it's been going around for a while. It's Save Our Children. Now, if you've been listening from the first episode, then you would know that, our first episode that we did, we delved into that topic a little bit. We talked about, are our children being targeted? And, they are. Of course. But what made me want to talk about this week is because there's another challenge that's going on Facebook, and it's called the Firstborn Challenge. And usually I don't get involved with those challenges because me personally, I think they're conducting that's why I think it's called social media, but I think they're conducting experiments through these challenges. I think they're watching human behavior, and I just don't want to be a part of it. So usually I don't get involved with those challenges when they put those things up, and
No, those challenges are always some kind of ritual.
it is something to it because I never felt good about doing any of them.
They take those things to do mass rituals.
Like the
ice
changing
bucket.
your profile picture to whatever they tell you to change it to, like when all that stuff.
Particularly the ice bucket challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That is a real ritual. I'm not gonna say what it derives from, but the cold water is like an initiation into some kind of order. Okay.
Well, yeah. So like I was saying, I never really, got into all those challenges and everything. But this particular challenge, I don't know why, but I participated in it. I thought it was harmless. I did have a gut feeling. Something told me not to do it. And I went against my gut feeling. And, you should never just, never go against that. That's your inner intuition telling you something ain't right. So I posted my firstborn child. A day after I posted that, one of my Facebook friends had shared a post from someone. I don't know who the man is, but he posted something that said that his coworker's daughter was abducted a day after her mom posted that firstborn challenge of her. And I don't know, it's just something. I'm a mother. And so this topic, and even you don't even have to be a parent. You don't have to have any children. If you're just a human and the innocence and the energy of children, then you're going to care about this topic. But this topic is near and dear to my heart for many different reasons, but one mainly because I am a mother. So I immediately took that post down. Now, I don't know if the firstborn challenge has anything to do with that child being abducted, but
of course it does.
I don't take no chances, and I don't believe in coincidences.
Of course it does.
I immediately took my daughter's pictures off of there, and I am currently going through my social media, deleting all my children, and I haven't been posting my kids like that because I don't know, I just don't want to, post my children on social media. So if you are
why would anybody post their children on social media?
They're your kids. They're a part of your life.
Why do people that you don't know really have to see your children?
That's true.
The people that you really know sees them anyway.
That's true. That's why I said if I have a picture that I want the people that I know, my family, we have a family group chat, I'll just put it in there because, I know my family.
Or you just give it to them personally.
I mean, well, who's going to get a picture? How are you going to give them a picture off your phone?
Why do they need a picture? They're seeing them right there.
Listen, because, all families are not the same. Some families actually, that's how they keep in contact with each other is through social media. So,
well, shame on you.
Well, if you live miles and miles and hours away from people, it's not like you can go over, to people's house like that. So,
hey, remember,
there's nothing wrong with sharing pictures with your family.
Remember phones?
Like I said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with, but pictures are memories, and people want to share memories.
Phones still have text messages.
Yeah, but phones don't have memories.
What?
Phones don't have memories.
Neither does social media.
No, but a picture is what I'm talking about. A picture has
text
memories.
Messages. Text it to them.
Well, however way you want to share that picture, I honestly would just say share with your family and people that you know personally. Don't put your kids on social media, and there's many reasons why you shouldn't put your kids on social media. But you know, another thing that was disturbing, and this I noticed this a couple weeks ago, but this is another reason why I wanted to talk about it. One of the posts that we put on Instagram about the children being rescued from the sex trafficking ring, it had a facts check on it. And I'm like, you know, what's up with that? It's a true story. So why did they fact check it and say that it's not true? So
who runs Instagram?
I mean, if you don't know, then I suggest you go try to figure it out.
Mark Zuckerberg, as Boosie says.
I don't know. But you know, children, they are really being targeted, and it's almost like they're being hunted and they're being preyed upon, and it's just horrible. And it's not even in most times it's not even from a stranger. It's from someone that they know. Kids, they have to go through things in their own home. Like I was saying earlier, your home is your comfort zone. For a lot of children, their home is not their comfort zone. Their home is a terror zone. The little girl Sophie is a video circulating around the internet of a little girl named Sophie, and if you see the video, it's so hard to watch because she's screaming for help. She's screaming for help, and she's telling it happened during a custody exchange. She was leaving her dad's house, going back to her mom's house, and she's screaming not to get out of the car. She's telling her mom's mom, who is her grandma, why don't you believe me? She's been telling these people that her mom's boyfriend has been molesting her. And she's literally screaming for someone to help her. And they literally, the police, social services, none of them is helping this little girl. I'm a true believer in you believe a child until you prove otherwise. And I mean like hard evidence otherwise. So it's like the police are saying, "Oh, she's back with her mom. She's in a safe environment." This little girl, if you see that, this is not an act. This is not an act. This child is petrified to go home. She literally is screaming for people to help her. Anyone to help her. She's asking her grandmother, "Why don't you believe me?" It's just stuff like that is just heart-wrenching to me, and is some of the things these children have to go through. You got anything to say?
We know we talking about the children, right? And this goes back to the whole all these people that's marching and rioting. But here's a fact. There is more black people more black people that's killed in just abortions than anywhere else.
Kanye said that.
They're killing us before we even get a chance to live.
And listen, if you're
a breath of life, right?
If you're for abortion, because this is probably people that's going to be like, well, you don't have a right to tell a woman what to do with her body.
Yes, you do.
Stop.
God does. There's life inside of there.
Now, people can justify a lot of things, and they could twist the Bible and try to justify a lot of things, but there is nothing in the Bible that says it's okay to kill your unborn child. Nothing.
And you could try to downplay it as much as you want. It's not a baby. As soon as there's the spark.
Listen to this. Kanye
the
West.
The creation is there.
Oh, yeah.
The life is there.
From the first second. That's a life. I don't care if it doesn't have arms and legs and eyes and stuff. That's a life.
So a lot of you women.
It's there.
A lot of you women are mass murderers.
Well, listen to this.
Killing
Kanye posted
Your own child.
over 22,500,000 black babies have been aborted over the past 50 years. So 22,500,000 black people that never got a chance to experience life. And then you got people say, well, what about people who get raped?
That's a small part of the pie. That's a very small part of the pie.
I'm a woman. Like I said, I'm a woman before I'm anything. And for me, I would have to say, if that happened to me, if I was, God forbid, I was
that
raped,
is a very smart piece of the part of the pie.
Yeah, it is, but that's what they use to promote it and say,
yeah, because
this
they use not even the very small of it to try and make a point.
It's not common that you're gonna get pregnant from somebody raping you. That's not a common thing. Yes, it has happened. It happens. It happens. We know it happens. But it's not a common thing that, if you get raped, you're going to get pregnant. But because, certain things have to happen at the exact right time for that to happen. So that's not a common thing. But, if they want to use that for an excuse to abort babies, you can't tell me 22,500,000 women aborted babies because they were raped. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if I personally, me as a person, this is my opinion, if I was raped and I, got pregnant because of that rape, that's still a life. That's still a life. That child is still a part of me. And then they say, well, how could you look at a baby? Because every time you look at that baby, you're going to think about your rapist. How? That's a child. That's a baby. So you're going to look at that child. Yes, I mean, I could see how it would bring up memories that, this child was brought about because of a horrible, horrible crime. But if it affects you that much, give the baby up for adoption.
That's a very small part of the abortions.
Very small part. And then you got the ones who say, what about women who babies will be born and the doctor tells them they have less than 1% chance of survival? Listen, do you know how many people are alive today where the doctors told them they wouldn't live past the age of 1? Listen, and they're in their 30s now? So you're going to listen to the doctor?
You can't. Humans do not have the right to be judge and juror that somebody should live or die.
That's somebody's life. And they want to say because it's your body. Your body.
Your job is to go through with the process. However it happens after that.
What's sickening is it's so many preventative methods out there to prevent pregnancies. And let's be honest, a lot of those 22,500,000 black babies that were killed were probably results of what? One night stands, being pregnant by, a man that you maybe or you want to live your life, or you want to go to college, or maybe even being persuaded by people to abort your child because you have your whole life ahead of you, but you chose not to use protection. So you got pregnant. So now that child has to suffer for your mistake. We don't want to make this show about, anti-abortion or pro-abortion, but...
No, we are anti-abortion here.
No, but I'm saying this is not what the whole Save Our Children is about, but it is a big part.
Save Our Children.
It is a big part because, a lot of...
more babies being aborted than anything.
Yep. Sad. Our children... children are so innocent. I seen something on the internet where it was asking kids what love is, and if you read just the things that the kids were saying, you could just see the innocence in children. How could you hurt a child? Because
to be honest, the people that run this planet they're it might sound cliche, it might sound crazy, But everything you see in movies that it really exists in life. Like these people.
Of course it does.
Okay, the people that run this planet are psychic vampires. So have you ever heard of adrenochrome?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Children are the most innocent, right? They're the most closest to God. Innocence.
That's why I say their aura.
So they take that from them.
Mm-hmm.
They suck that energy from them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, you can do your research on that type of stuff. But that's essentially what is going on. The more killing, the more disruption goes on in the world. There are entities that get fed off of that energy, all the bad energy. There's low vibrational entities that feeds off of that stuff. See, God, he vibrates on a high level. So that's why when you're on a high vibrational frequency, you're more closer to God. That's why all the good things are on a high vibrational scale. Love, happiness, peace, and if you notice, those are all things that make you feel good. Those are light up vibrational frequencies. See, depression, pain, anger, low vibrational.
Mm-hmm.
Those low vibrational beings are feeding off of that energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when you ask, hey, who really runs this world? Okay, and then you look at the vibrational frequency the world is operating in.
Mm-hmm.
That would tell you right there. The vibrational frequency.
Like I said, our children are being hunted, and it's our duty as their parents.
See, when they come
to
out,
protect
when
them.
when children, they're innocent, right? They're innocent. If you look at a kid, right, they have the whole world at their fingertips. They're ready to go. Nothing is off limits. The limits is put in them as they go in, as they grow, like as they start experiencing life in a limit filled life. It's put in them by other people, experiencing, and they and even experiences they may experience through their life, you know. But if you notice, how do a child, what is their outlook on life?
Mm-hmm.
They can be anything they want, and they
limit.
think they can be anything they want.
If the term "sky's the limit" had a face to it, would be children.
Yeah, they think it could be anything they want. They see a show, they think they have superpowers. They watch superhero movies, they think they're that superhero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Their imagination is off the scales.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how people are supposed to live their life, like the mindset of a child.
Then you got these shows like, the Netflix show that we talked about, before, the Cuties, and you have not even Cuties. And I was thinking about that.
And some other show was talking about that, Cuties, and they were showing. No, they were showing clippets from the show.
Mm-mm.
And I was watching the show, and they were showing like stills of how the show is. And
what type of directors were on this movie? Like, what were you telling these
oh
little
my
girls?
God.
Like, move like this, hump the ground like that.
They was
what?
Are I mean, it was worse than I thought it was.
I told you. I've seen clips of it too. I never watched the show because I'm not going to support it.
They have legally. They have. This has angered me to a point. They have literally.
I told you it's worse than what you actually think it is.
They have literally, and this was just stills.
That's child pornography.
This was just stills. Yes, it is.
Hands down.
100%. This was stills. So if going to a strip club, right? If going to a strip club is pornography, right?
Yep. That
and
show.
you have women that dance around in bikinis, right? If that's pornography, then this show is right on.
You have those babies were doing the same thing women do on OnlyFans, and they're charging people for dancing around in little or to nothing clothes.
How is they getting away with this?
Listen, that senator, he's trying to have them investigated.
Listen, if we stand up for this,
that's what I'm saying. I'm with this. I will march till my feet fall off.
If we let this happen, expect something bad to happen.
That's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying that if you can bypass this stuff. Without even a feeling, something's wrong with you.
Just the reaping that we're going to have as a nation. If we let this go by, if we let this rock like it, you gotta understand. You have to understand.
But it's not even cuties.
Every action,
it's not even that. Just
every
that
action
one.
in this world has a reaction.
Of course.
Like I said.
But what about shows like Toddlers and Tiaras?
All perversions that we do, you may think it's nothing. We're not being judged for it. You are. They just play it off like it's something else.
I don't know.
Now I don't know about Toddlers and Tiaras. Never seen the show.
It's. I wouldn't say it's on the level of Cuties, but yeah, it's pretty. I mean, you got these babies walking around with full faces of makeup and bikinis.
I didn't know what the show, because I never even seen nothing. I was just watching a podcast, and they was talking about the same thing we was talking about, but they showed they did show stills of the takes from
I'm sure every pervert,
the show.
I'm sure
that's something that we not doing to do over here.
I'm sure every sicko has tuned in to this show on Netflix.
I don't know. I really don't understand how they get away with this.
Just like you said, who's really running all this?
Are we not going to stand up to this?
Listen,
are we going to let this rock like this?
According to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 800,000 kids go missing every year, and that's just, get this, in the United States. That's not worldwide. That's the United States. Granted, in that number, it is runaway children.
Now,
and
let's just say you don't care about. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, in that 800,000, it is runaway children, but I am a believer that children don't just disappear into thin air to never be found.
No, but yeah, that's true. But let's just say you don't care about, if you have kids. Let's just say you don't care about that. Do you care about your own children? Do you care about some sick pervert watching this show and getting all riled up? You know, and
where's the rage?
And he looking at your children.
Are you going to continue your Netflix subscription? Let's start there. Are you going to support this streaming site that support, who actually put this out there? Are you going to support them? If you can consciously still pay them your $17, I paid $17, I was paying $17 a month. If you can still consciously support them.
I ain't never paid
now this
Netflix.
is before this. Now, like I said, I'm not paying anymore. I canceled my subscription. But if you can consciously still support this network that is promoting this, what is that saying about you? Just do some real deep soul thinking. What does that say about you? That's all.
We cannot continue to just look away from things like.
Oh, but these are same people who will support and still pay their $17 to Netflix, but be in the street crying that the police didn't get indicted.
Yeah.
The same people.
Exactly.
It's madness. This is madness. If you don't,
it's like,
you can really lose your mind.
It's like
in this world, it's crazy.
They bought the story from their masters. They bought the story that these people that was in the news that got murdered by the cops, they were saints. Okay, they somehow was saints, and they see what you gotta understand. The media is they're the best at sensationalizing things. They're the best at it. This person was an angel, and look what they did to them. Mm-hmm. And then you say, okay, if they wasn't, how can they make movies that's called they're called tear jerkers? You're sitting up and crying about a movie that's not even real. They're the kings of this. Mm-hmm. They created that. Mm-hmm. They know how to jerk to pick at your emotions. They know just what to do.
I've been telling people
they've been studying human
on your
brains
emotions.
For centuries.
Yep.
They know just what to do.
Yep.
They know what to do to make you cry. Mm-hmm. They know what to make you sad,
angry.
They know what to make they know what to do to make you feel inspired. Mm-hmm.
They know how to bring every human emotion out of a person.
And the ironic thing is, everything you see in the media, on the movies that brings out the emotions is all fake. So what does that say? Your emotions don't really know. You can't determine what's real and what's fake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're taught from, if you grew up in this society, you've been primed. You've been primed and trained for your emotions to be just manipulated. Mm-hmm.
And that's what we were talking about on the first episode, about how, our children they're targeted young, and they're being, like you said,
so really
prepped and primed for this, very thing.
All they have to do is push a button to make you do one thing. So what does that make you? What does that make you? What do they refer to you as? What do they refer to you as? Little people know your masters referred to you as sheeple. Sheep. Mm-hmm. Why sheep?
Because the sheep will always follow their shepherd, their master,
and do whatever they tell them.
Yep.
They're predictable.
Yep. Bottom line, we need to do whatever we can. Like I said, yes, Black Lives Matter. Of course, I've never once said Black people's lives don't matter. They matter 100%. But the movement, I can't get with it until that movement start to take into consideration what's going on with these kids.
Do you as a person really believe? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you listening. Do you really as a person believe that Black Lives Matter? Mm-hmm. If you can look at another black man, okay, not just black man, but I'm gonna just say black man because we're talking about black lives.
You know what?
If you can look at another black human being, and
I put up a post that got a lot of backlash.
Say you would kill him or hurt him.
Not even that.
or hurt
let's
them,
go a little bit less
then Black
than
lives
that.
don't matter.
But let's go a little bit less than that, because I put up a post and it got a lot of backlash. And I put up a post and it said, if you put your child's father on child support and this, now listen to what I'm saying, out of spite, out of being petty,
jealousy, because they got a new girlfriend.
Any of those things, do not, I repeat, do not say Black Lives Matter.
Because they don't. It don't to you.
Do not. Oh, and that post got a lot. It got a lot of, mixed reviews. And I got called some names. But like I said, I don't care. I'm going to always speak the truth.
Because they want to cherry pick. See, that's why it goes back. Black lives don't matter to black people.
Let me tell you something.
It only matters when cops kill black people. Now, let's call it what it is.
Right.
Are you mad because
you have
the
to,
white
and then you
people
have to
are killing black
have to
people?
understand what the child support system is set up for and what it was set, why it was put in place. You have to understand the history. Now, I'm not talking. Now, if you done tried everything,
it was set up to put division in between the not only just the mother, the father, the child, and the father. Okay.
Yep. You have to understand what these programs, that even Planned Parenthood, you have to do. Listen, people, you got to do your research. You got to find out things. These organizations and these programs that are supposed to be to help the black people are the biggest detriment to black people. Planned Parenthood. What is that? Pro-abortion.
I've seen lately a lot of men, just in generally, that have been put on child support, that have crazy baby mamas that's just standing up, just standing up and say, well, I'ma just step out the picture for now because the woman is so toxic that they're putting the toxicity inside the child, and now the child is looking at the father like that, and it's probably nowhere like that. But it's like they make it so hard on the man that they're like, I'm gonna step out the picture, I'm gonna just pay my child support. You come see me when you get 18 and I'll tell you everything what went down. You can choose to believe me or not.
And I can't even blame people in those situations. And granted, there is deadbeat dads who don't do anything for their kids.
Yeah, there is.
And some mothers feel like that's their only option is to go to child support. So if you feel like that's your only option,
some women that don't never put them in on child support.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I don't get any support for my child, but I'm a mother. And I'm going to make it happen regardless. I don't need child support. Yes, it would be nice if I did get some financial support from the father. But guess what? I'm not going to sit around and cry about it.
What are you going to do with $25
That's exactly what I'm saying. And that's probably the most you'll get.
Because you're only going to get a
So you're going to have to take, this is my logic on it. I'm going to have to take time off of work to go to court. Okay, so I'm losing money right there. I'm losing money. Then you gotta take your gas to go to court. Okay, you're losing more money. You're losing money and time to fight a man for what? $25 a week? Nah, it's okay. I got it.
I know guys that literally have so many children that the baby mamas are literally getting like $10 a week on child support. They have so many kids. They just
my friend, her child's father, literally put, because I guess they have the cards now where it don't come in a check form. Maybe it still does, but they have the child support cards, and the man, he can actually go put the payment on the card. Literally, he put $5 on there for his child. So it's like, go through all that for what? For what? It's okay. I got it, because I know what goes around comes around. And you think when you don't take care of your kids, it's in the Bible. A man who do not take care of his kids is worse than a man without faith. So I know you may escape not taking care of your kids, but you're not going to escape the judgment that comes behind that. So I ain't worried about it. Hey, nothing good is going to come in your life when you don't take care of your kids. So I'll sit back and let the natural course of whatever's going to happen. I got my kids. I'm going to make it happen. If I got to work 5 jobs, I'm going to make it happen. I'm not going to depend on anybody. So I don't have no child, none of my,
Wow.
I don't, me
How did this
personally,
become a
child
commercial?
support ain't for me.
How did this become a commercial about you?
Because I said, me personally, I can't speak for no other woman. Because like I said, everybody's situation is different.
Like I said, I'm looking for a new host. If you want a job, I'm hiring.
Okay. Well, if they want it, they can have it. I'm going to say what I got to say. Now, like I said, I'm speaking for me.
You sure it's gonna make the show?
What?
You sure it's gonna make the show?
If it do, it do. If it don't, it don't. I don't care. I don't care.
All right, but back to saving our children. We cannot let shows like that. What was the show called? Sweetie. What is it called?
Cuties.
Cutie Pies. Why does it sound like Sweetie Pies?
It's cuties, not cutie pies. It's just cuties.
Okay, it's Cutie Pies.
It's not cutie pies. It's just cuties.
Oh, cuties. We cannot let shows like that rock.
I mean, I think we should have been did something about if you're gonna demonize cuties, you gotta demonize Tyler and Tiaras, because I think that's exploiting children. They're full faces of makeup. These 2-year-olds with full faces of makeup, walking around the stage with bikinis on, with their hands on their hips, switching. Yeah, no. And then you gotta go even further. What about dancing dolls? How those girls dance and gyrating.
Why does those judges on that show always look? They're like fat men that look like they're pedophiles.
Cause I don't want to say, I don't want to accuse nobody of being a pedophile, but
listen,
hey,
why would any grown man?
I don't know why a grown man would want to judge a little girl. I don't know. I would have an issue with that if he was my man, because I would be like, well, why you want to be a judge? Why are you judging little girls? Yeah, that don't sit right with me. But hey,
this is sick.
We live in a sick world. That's why I said it's on us, the people, to protect our children. I will march all day, every day, till my feet fall off for children, if it meant children are going to be safe.
Yeah, it's time we start standing up for our children.
Because who's going to stand up for them? Who's going to protect them if we don't? Who is? And it don't even start. It's not even just about protecting them from a kidnapper or a predator. You got to protect them when it comes to the things that they're being exposed to, the people that they're around. Some of these women are so desperate to have a man that they don't even realize that they're being groomed. They're being groomed because that man ain't really wanting to be with you. He's just grooming you so that he can get in and groom them children.
You heard that teacher.
Huh?
You heard that teacher when that teacher said.
What? What did she say?
Never mind.
What did she say? I don't know what you're talking about.
The parents had big blunts and walking around with no clothes on.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but ladies and men, because we can't even, it's women predators out in this world too, so we're not even gonna pretend that it's only men that do this. It's surprising.
Predators.
Oh, of course.
That predator, babe. That
women child molesters
that want boys,
who want anybody that's a child. It's some sick people in this world. Like, you didn't used to hear about it, but they exist. And you know, sometimes a pedophile, they will date a person just to have access to their children. So ladies, men, be careful who you have around your children. And I told I don't want to make it about me, but me personally, I feel like if you're going to have my child around somebody, I need to know who that person is, because it's too many stories we see on the news of children being killed by their stepmother, or children being killed by step parents. Like, like I said, this topic is very deep and it's very emotional for me, because I have 2 children, and I don't care, you know, it can sound harsh, I would literally kill behind my kids. That's just what it is.
Hey, you going too far.
No, it's not. It's not. I literally kill behind my kids. I don't play about my kids. That's one. You could play whatever you want to do.
Well, I think to protect
a mother bear will kill you behind her cub.
To protect, we're going to have to do something drastic.
Listen, a mother bear will kill you behind her cub. So what is that telling you? I'm a human. That should tell you something right there.
Well, you can protect I'm talking about like the predators, yeah. I mean, not just the mothers. I mean,
fathers, yes. I mean, anybody. Even if you don't, you could be an uncle.
If you're
you could be a cousin.
If you're a stand-up individual, if you're not protecting children, societies, right? We need to protect the vulnerable, the most weakest amongst us. If we're not doing that, then what are we doing?
If you hurt a child, you're the most vile thing. Like you don't even deserve a place in life.
There are tribes in Africa. If you mess with a child, they'll literally behead you.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I think it's Nigeria. They just came out with a law that if you molest a child under a certain age, you're getting castrated. So, hey, what about bringing that law here to America? And you know what? The sad part about it, that ain't even gonna stop them, because there's sickness.
You think it won't?
No, it won't. Absolutely not. I don't think it would stop them.
I think it will.
I think they're so sick.
I think it will.
They're still gonna do it.
I think it will.
So you honestly think that?
I don't think they have. I don't think maybe. I don't know what the numbers are. How many people are doing that there? What is the offense? What is it? What, like, can you find the numbers on that?
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, so it says Nigeria state plans to castrate convicted child rapists. A harsh new law to punish those who rape children in the state of Kaduna has drawn praise from some and accusations of legislative sadism from others.
What? Sadism?
I guess they're saying it's sadistic to cut a man's...
They have their nerves. It's sadistic to do that to a child.
Yeah, it said men convicted of raping children under the age of 14 will have their testicles surgically removed before being executed.
Oh.
Ugh.
So under not only they're going to get their nuts cut off, they're going to get executed.
Oh my God. Under the legislation that the governor of Kaduna State signed on Wednesday, women will have, and if you're a woman, like I said, it's women predators, so this must be common in Nigeria. If you're a woman and you do it, you will have your fallopian tubes cut out.
Ooh.
It says it's a crisis. The rape crisis in Nigeria is so great that they had to put this law. They predict that it will lead to fewer rapes being reported.
I bet it will. Not only that, before they get executed.
Yeah. Well, no, critics are saying that less people, if they put this law into to play, less people are going to come forward to report rapes. Why?
No.
Well, then you know what? It is kind of true because then you might have these women who protect these men. Let's not act like that ain't never happened.
Because if you have laws like that, then the kid will maybe come for it because like if they try to threaten them, okay, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get executed.
It said the governor, Kaduna's governor Nasir Rufai said the new measures were required to help further protect children from a serious crime. Why rapists would be castrated if they are then going to be executed was not immediately clear. So they didn't make it clear about why would you cut his balls off.
I know why.
Listen.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect thing to do. I always said they needed to do that.
If you are convicted of raping a person over the age of 14, you will get castrated, and you will followed by not being killed, but you will get life in prison. Which I am so with that government who's putting this stuff into play because these rapists around here in America, they're getting 5 years or maybe less. Look at the subway perv who was raping all them little boys. How much time he did in jail? Like what?
Listen, I don't even lead by example. Now, if they castrate him on national TV, then put one in his head, I bet the crime level, that offense level will go down to maybe 0.
Yeah, and Pakistan is on board. The Pakistan president suggested that rapists and child molesters be castrated. Initially, he said that they should be hanged.
By their nuts?
Hey. Last December, it was 2 million women and girls were raped in the country each year. 2 million. And it said by June of this year, it spiked 3 times the typical rate.
Dang. So it was what?
Because of the whole pandemic, they're being locked down with their rapists.
I was just telling somebody that. Mm-hmm. The molestation has spiked.
Yep.
In this, abuse has spiked.
Yep. It is. I don't know.
It's gonna be a lot of dead news.
It's sad, but I'm happy that they are coming up with these laws. I think America need to get on track. Some American states do have voluntary.
So they're gonna kill all those people.
If you're under 14, automatic death.
You said it was 2 million.
Well, if they are caught. And if they, actually have the victims come forward and say who actually did it to them, and they're caught and they're, put in jail and put on trial, then yes, they're going to be, if they're under 14, automatic death, and you get your balls cut off. If you're over 14, you get your balls cut off, and you got to spend the rest of your life in prison.
What if someone lie on you?
Well, that's where I guess that's where the sticky gray area will come because
now see
that's why I say believe a child until you have overwhelming evidence saying that man didn't do it.
That's like believe a woman. You have to believe a woman.
And to be fair, there are.
We should always believe a woman, no matter what.
Yeah, there is certain situations where, it has been found where a man didn't do anything. But I don't know.
I'm just giving both sides. You know how I feel. I land what side I land on. I think anybody that does that to the child, they deserve whatever they get.
I think they should do a little more torturing because that's torture. You probably torture, especially if you know this person, you probably tortured that child for years. I think they need to put a little bit more torture in there.
like
That's too easy.
any man's law.
Death is too easy.
It's never going to be perfect. It's never
Yeah.
perfect. Any man's law is always
Never gonna be
You gonna
perfect.
have his people that it benefits, and you have some people that probably don't have done it, and they get put to death and get their balls cut off and not even have done it. But
Well, I mean, that comes. Listen, I
that
don't
goes
know.
back to men shouldn't be ruling over the other men.
Yeah. I am, if a man did that and, he even gets away with doing that, I believe you can get away with mankind's judgment, but you're going to have to face a different kind of judgment one day. And that one, you can't escape. That one is everlasting. So,
Yeah.
be what it may. Let's just, all agree. I hope we all can agree
But-
that is a major issue going on right now with all the sex trafficking. So let's band together and save our children. I'm in full 100% support of that hashtag, save our children. I'm on board. I'm going to look into more ways on how I can do my part, and I think we're doing our part now by speaking out publicly about this. But there is other things that you can do. Like I said, parents, make sure you know who your children are around. Don't automatically assume because a person is, so nice and so this and that they won't do anything to your children. You really got to be careful. Watch what your children are doing on the internet.
Yeah, don't put the world that we live in, right? Like, it's like right now anything can happen. Anybody can do anything now. It's like, doesn't surprise me on who does stuff these days.
They said that it's predators on that game Roblox. Roblox?
I don't know, but don't stop trusting your children with everybody, even if they're in your family.
No. That's why I have no life, because I don't trust my kids with anybody but my mother. So, yeah. And she has her own life, so babysitting ain't her thing.
But that's gonna end our show this week.
Yeah.
On another note, direction of the channel. We're soon going to be on all streaming platforms. We'll be on Apple. We'll be on Spotify pretty soon. More than likely, it'll be this week. You'll be able to stream all 10 episodes on all streaming platforms. And
Oh
in
yeah,
the
we forgot to
direction-
mention this is episode 10. You didn't mention that
and
in the
direction of the channel, there's going to be I'm going to be putting out more content other than the podcast. We're going to be doing documentaries, just putting out more content wise.
Yeah, can I have my own show called Ladies Talk? Yes, I think I am.
I think you won't.
I think I am. He don't make the decisions around here.
But yeah, we're gonna be available on all streaming platforms this week, and look out for a lot more on this channel. Not just the podcast, a lot of more informational stuff, documentaries. There's some documentaries I'm working on, and if you're listening to this and you're not subscribed, I'm demanding you right now to subscribe.
Maybe we gotta do a giveaway. That's what everybody else do to get
at 100,
subscribers.
listen, at 100 subscribers, I'm gonna pick 10 people and give them.
You can't tell them what the prize gonna be.
Yes, it's called a giveaway.
Yeah, just say it's gonna be a giveaway.
I'm gonna give away. You gotta tell them what the giveaway is.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving away 10 $25 gift cards
Yeah.
at 100 subscribers.
Well, I'm subscribed. Can I be
No.
in the running? Dang. So much for that.
And it only goes up from there. At 1,000 subscribers, we might mess around and do 10 $100 gift cards. And at
Listen,
10,000 subscribers,
y'all better subscribe because
we might
I'm
go
gonna
up
make
from
me a
there.
fake page
From
and subscribe and get that gift card. I'm just kidding.
But it's only gonna go up from here. We got a lot of new content coming out. Leave your feedback below. Tell us how you're liking the show if you don't like it.
Oh, and for the giveaways, of course, like everybody else, you gotta be subscribed on our social medias too.
Yes, and send.
And we will check.
Send a what is it?
Come on, y'all. It's just
send a message.
100 subscribers. Y'all
send
can
a message.
Listen.
Send a message through. And I'm gonna start saying this.
All it takes, you can literally get a $25 gift card by just hitting the like button. Come on, you can't beat that.
You gotta subscribe, like, subscribe.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
And
By
comment.
just hitting a couple buttons.
Screenshot it, verify it, and go to the Instagram page, DM, and you are entered in the drawing.
Yeah, but it's only when we get to 100 people, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah,
It's
come
a
on,
drawing
y'all.
at 100 subscribers. Like, subscribe, and comment. Screenshot, DM on Instagram, and you're in it.
Oh, and don't think
10 out of 100.
Don't-
You got. That's a nice little odds of winning. 10 out of 100. Hey.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. But yeah, so pretty good show.
Not only, let's not say gift cards. I'm
Cash App?
Cash App. Cash App. $25 Cash App.
I think people prefer just the whole cold hard
Yeah.
cash. So Cash App
That's
probably
a nice.
be the best way to
That's
go.
a nice what? Dinner at Kentucky Fried
Fill
Chicken.
your car full
two.
of gas.
That's
Did you say dinner at Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yep. That's
You couldn't give them the 2 for $20 at Applebee's? Goodness.
that's a quarter bag of Reggie.
Oh my God.
Um,
Listen, we
you can
do
get-
not.
You can get low. You can get lifted on us. That's what is it? How much is a bottle of Ciroc?
Depends on where you go. What size? Like, is you getting a pint or?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Depends on where you go and what size you're
Hey,
getting.
that's some Hennessy and
you can definitely get some.
and
Hennessy.
something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Nice little night. You can
Whatever
have for
you want to spend
$25.
the $25 on.
Hey, that's
Do it.
That's
That's lunch for what? 2 days of
That's
lunch.
that's
at work.
That's probably a few hours in a hotel with with a lady.
Listen. Okay, that's what we're finna end this show.
A lady friend.
We finna end this show. We do not condone prostitution. We do not condone these things.
I think prostitutes more than $25. But hey,
You think?
I don't know.
Probably you can get something for 10.
I don't know. I never participated, but
You might not get quality, but hey, do what you gotta do.
but hey,
I don't know, but I'm out of here. I hope y'all stay safe out there.
yeah, and don't forget. I'm gonna start saying it in the beginning because some of y'all may not make it to the end of the show, but remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think of the show. And we're out of here.
Bye.
And strap up before you go in.